Assalamu alaikum. How are you guys?
Walaikum salam, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Assalam.
Any questions for me? Anyone?
So yesterday I shared two topics for today practice. One was related to stability for part one, and second was related to public garden or park. So anyone has collected ideas for this topic?
Actually, no, because I was busy in understanding the pie chart concept, so I didn't collect ideas. But I tried to my best to provide ideas in session.
Anyone else?
Ma'am, please repeat question.
My question is that yesterday some participants asked to share topics in advance so that they can collect ideas. So I shared it. So that's the reason I am asking, have you collected certain ideas on it or not?
Yes, I prepared for celebrity.
Alright, so let's start our practice and then we can discuss the answers which are written here as well as ideas to board. So the ideas to board basically you will use in your practice and it will automatically help others to add ideas in your speaking. So let's start with our practice with the part one topic which is celebrity. And who would like to answer the question which I am going to ask? Who is your favorite celebrity in your country? Anyone who would like to answer this question first?
My favorite celebrity in my country is Imran Khan. He is a highly respected figure in both sports and politics. He first became famous as a world-class cricketer and captain of the Pakistan national team, Pakistan national cricket team. Under his leadership, Pakistan won the 1992 Cricket World Cup, which was a historic achievement for the nation. After retiring from cricket, he entered politics and founded the political party PTI. He later served as the Prime Minister of Pakistan from 2018 to 2022. I admire him for his determination, leadership, and vision for a better Pakistan. In addition to sports and politics, Imran Khan is also known for his charitable work. He established Shokat Hanam Cancer Hospital, which provides free treatment to thousands of patients. And also, he played a key role in promoting education and healthcare in the country.
Thank you so much for your answer, and your answer was very good. Your fluency was okay. Coherence was okay. One thing I would like to say, answer was too much long. You don't need to answer enough. Even in my opinion, it is much longer for part three as well. And that will be okay if you answer this question for part three. This is the one thing. And second thing, you need to check cricket. Pronunciation for the cricket is correct one is cricket. So you also need to check yourself on the internet so that you can understand. Apart from that, I have not noticed any grammatical mistake, but This one thing which I have noticed, your fluency was okay. You didn't lack ideas. You explained very well. But
Ma'am Sumbal, can you start session?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. I will share the book here.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you remember the page number?
आप सर्च कर लीजिए सेलिब्रिटी के नेम से 57 आई थिंक 57th टॉपिक है
Ma'am, actually ये Google
कंट्रोल F कीजिएगा कंट्रोल F
Ma'am, actually it is open in the Google Docs, so
इसमें भी हो जाएगा आप कंट्रोल F कीजिए
ma'am कर रही हूँ, नहीं हो रहा
नहीं हो रहा
Ma'am,
Sorry, my internet signal has dropped suddenly, so I got disconnected. And I joined from mobile. I don't know, my mobile signals are not working well.
okay ma'am, then I will share the book and we will continue.
So how much of practice you have done so far?
Not that much, we only share the book here.
How have you practiced any question?
No ma'am. I just try to
Alright,
open
so-
the book.
All right, we can restart the practice. We were doing celebrity topic from the speaking book. Have you opened it? I think the topic was after 50
Yes,
onwards will
just
be. Can you
ma'am,
search the topic?
yes, ma'am, just there it is. Okay ma'am, we can continue.
Yes, you can ask the question and can share the screen.
Ma'am, should I record the session?
Recording is already in progress, so you don't need to record it
Oh.
again.
Okay ma'am. Ma'am, can we move to the next question or?
Yes, that question is done. I think ma'am answered very well, but she need to shorten it. Otherwise, her ideas were very good, and I know you. And I hope so. You got ideas how we can use different ways to answer the questions. Even celebrity doesn't mean the person who is working in film or drama industry. It means you can also take the person who is good in sports like ma'am, and ma'am shed a light on it. So even the same topic comes in part two, you can describe like that, like even about the political leader, and even you can name any person and you can make the story how one person entered in the sports field and how that person played very well and made a record in the history, and then started his career in the political, and he started his career in politics and then made a political parties and then won the election and become the president. So even this entire part can also be answered in part two. So I think ma'am ideas were very good and you can take help from that, and we can move now for the next person. Only thing which I mentioned that we don't need to speak too much in length for part one, as well as I didn't notice any fluency issue, grammatical or pronunciations issues in your speech. So we can you can ask the remaining questions from other participants, and I would say everyone should make their contribution and answer the question. And can you ask now next question?
Ma'am, sure. What kind of famous people do you often see in the news?
Ma'am, can you speak a little bit slowly?
What kind of, ma'am, did you see my screen?
Yes, yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, ma'am. What kind of famous people do you often see in the news?
Anyone who would like to answer this question, or should I answer this question? I think Ma'am Asia already answered this question. Sir, Ubaid, would you like to answer this question or should I go first? Alright, then I can go. I have seen different
Hi.
kinds of people in the social media platforms, and all these belong to either entertainment industry, sports, or any other fields. There are certain people who are also belonging to political parties as well as religion, and they are very famous in my country. Apart from that, many motivational speakers are displayed in different news and shows which are streamed on the TV.
Okay, ma'am, great. Ma'am Asia, any review?
I think when I started the answer, someone else also wanted to answer this question. Okay, you can answer this question if anyone. If you have any feedback for me, you can give me. Otherwise, other person who would like to answer this question, you can start your answer.
Ma'am Asia, would you like to answer this question?
Yes. I often see politicians, actors, athletes, and social media influencers in the news. Politicians are frequently in the spotlight because of their decisions, speeches, or political events. In recent years, influencers and YouTubers have also become newsworthy due to their large online followings and social impact.
Anyone has feedback for Ma'am Asia answer?
Ma'am, she doing great and she explained very well.
Yeah, you can also answer the question in that way, like you can name the couple of person like athletes. We can use in the terms of sportsmen, athletes, actors, political leaders, and then when she explained which one is most common in news, she said that political leaders because they make decisions for the country, and that's just the reason they are directed so much. And sometimes many conferences or press conferences are going on, and these people are those who are conducting them. So that is the reason they are also shown very frequently in different news channels. So this is also the way we can answer our question. So let's move to the next question. We don't have much time, and we need to continue for part 2 as well.
Okay, and the third question is, do you pay attention to famous people in the news?
To be honest, I'm not the person who give attention to those people when they are streamed on the internet due to my hectic schedule, and I don't want to listen to news so very often. I think that it can waste my time, and it is much better to prefer other activities over watching news.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am Asia, can you add something or would you like to answer this question? Ma'am, she is not in the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
She is not in the meeting, Ma'am Asia is not.
All right, we can move another one. So, have you asked next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Or can you say it again because I disconnected again?
Nothing important. We can move to the next question.
If no one answer the question, anyone answer, but would you like to answer the question? All right, so you can ask the next question.
Okay, ma'am. Do you believe that the news about famous people in the media is true?
In my opinion, some of them are true, but not all of them. I've noticed other news channels are streaming the information which is contrasting from one channel, so we can't surely say which news channel is providing factual information. Sometimes we can believe it, but it is not possible. We are 100% sure to say that they are showing the information which is not correct.
Okay, the next question. Would you like to be famous person in the news?
Honestly speaking, I don't want to get any kind of fame in my own career, and even I don't like to be selected very often in the news channel. My major is in computer science, and I would like to start my job as a software engineer in the same field instead of becoming a celebrity or superstar.
Okay, great.
I think I think this is the end of the question. If there are so many, if there are more questions, then it is okay. We can move for part two, practice or three as well. And do you have any feedback for me? You can provide me.
Ma'am, right now I don't have any feedback. Your answer is very clear and you fulfill the question task and you have no grammar issues. So I think it's okay.
If anyone else has feedback, thank you, ma'am, for your suggestion, feedback. If anyone else has feedback for me, you can provide me. Otherwise, we can move forward.
Ma'am, what should I do when I speak? I make some grammar mistakes.
You need to speak consciously at that time and then make sure that you are not making any grammatical mistake. And if you want to correct it, then we need to speak consciously or mindfully, and we need to make sure whenever we make a mistake, we will correct it. And when we will correct it in that way, we can be more aware of our mistakes, but don't make it our habit for a long time, because self correction is not also good if you are doing frequently. So if you're making mistakes, it is also not good, because it can you can lose your marks under grammatical accuracy. So I would say, if you are in the initial practice, you should become conscious of your answers and try to spot your own mistakes, as well as listen back to the recording when the it is uploaded after the session. And so, what are your grammatical mistakes which you are making, and try to identify the patterns. If there are any subject or agreement mistake, either it is related to past versus present mistakes, so then try to focus on that area.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Should we move to the part two?
Yes, ma'am. I did not remember what was the topic. Can you
Yes,
let me
ma'am.
open the content page? Then can you
Yes.
search for part or garden in the search option? Let me check from my own book what is the number of that topic which I have shared. I think you can just set 1 minute timer. I can prepare. If anyone else who would like to speak, otherwise you can set 1 minute timer, and I would like to answer part two first.
Ma'am, I just open it, then you can continue.
Yes. Okay, you can then set 1 minute timer. When it is up, let me know. I will start speaking, and during this 1 minute time, I will try to make notes.
Actually, ma'am, my mobile phone is done, so I have no any device to set the timer. But I not in my laptop screen, so you can continue. Here is our
I will
part two
start
question.
after 1 minute. I will try to just assume 1 minute and then start
Okay,
speaking after making ideas.
okay, ma'am. Here is our question. You can go through it.
May I explain it?
Ma'am,
Sure,
actually, ma'am. Okay, sure.
ma'am, you can go if you want.
One of my favorite public um, public parks, sorry, one of uh, the famous public parks in Karachi is Bagh Ibn Qasim, located in Clifton near the beach and close to landmarks like the Mazar of Abdullah Shah Ghazi and Dolman Mall. It's one of the largest urban parks in Karachi, covering over 100 acres. The park is well known for its spacious green lawns, palm trees, stone pathways, and beautiful flower beds. It also has historical monuments and a great view of the sea, which makes it very unique and peaceful. I feel really calm and refreshed whenever I go there. In a busy city like Karachi, parks like Bagh Ibn Qasim are very important. They provide a space to relax, enjoy nature, and take a break from the noise and traffic of the city.
Okay, ma'am, you speak 1 minute and 30 seconds. So, ma'am, any review you want to give to Ma'am Asia?
Yes, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Usually they say we need to speak for between 1 and 30 minutes, but it should be at least, they should, when they give the question, they say we can speak between 1 and 2 minutes, but one is very minimum time. We should need to at least speak for 1 and 30 seconds. It is okay, but one thing which I want to say that 1 minute and 30 seconds are okay, but you should at least aim for 2 minutes. Initially, it is okay because we don't have ideas. We are at the beginning stage, but with the passage of time, you will see improvement and you will be able to speak more. So this is okay. I think your ideas were okay. One or two words which I didn't understand in that context, and I think you can improve it. But when you're asking, your answers are not looking natural. This is the thing which I am lacking. It seemed as someone memorized the answer and giving. Otherwise, there's no problem with fluency, ideas, everything was okay. You had used variety of words, and I don't have problem. Your words were understandable. So these are the two things which, in my opinion, you can improve with.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am Asia, I have a question for you. Can I ask?
Yes, ma'am, you
Yes.
can.
Ma'am Asya, how long have you been preparing for the speaking?
Sorry, please repeat question.
Ma'am, how long have you been preparing for the speaking?
Mostly 2 hours.
Per day?
I recently joined, you know, I started from Monday.
Okay. Ma'am, can you share your method of practicing, like how you gather the data, or did you memorize, or did you write something on the notebook? Please share some your strategy of preparing.
May I add something?
Yes, ma'am, I asked it from you actually.
Okay, you can read multiple articles and essays. You can uh, practice more and more, and you will get better ideas and content for speaking, I think.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, practice can help in certain aspect, but I would say perfect practice is good. Like try to work on that certain areas like you need in which you need to improve. Try to identify your weakness which you need to improve that. So when you will work on those weakness, then you will be able to become better. So always do perfect practice means when you do practice next day it will be better, but it is not good to focus all those areas. You might be not able to do it, you might be able to do it. There's no guarantee. Some people can focus many things at the same time, but most of the time people are not able to do it. So you can work on one area like becoming fluent and then making your fillers, removing your fillers, then you can move to the next area. And in the same time when you are good, but don't focus only just one area for a long time or put too much attention on it. It depends on how much time you have and how you need to allocate your time in different areas. You can even work for one or two together and then you can focus in another.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for suggestion. Ma'am Marisa, did you write your ideas for the part two? Then we
Yes,
can
yes, I
start.
have now done when Ma'am Asya asked to answer the question. I have no done, just let me go through because this 2 years have been passed. And I need to go through before speaking. Okay, I can start because we don't have much time. I'm going to talk about the Central Park, which is in the heart of the capital city. It has been built very long time ago, and it is a popular place for many people in my country. And same is the case for me. I always go there whenever feel tired and exhausted from my daily routines. In my opinion, this is the perfect place for you to unwind and relax yourself from your busy routines, or either you want escape from hustle bustle of city life. And I would say you go there and you will find relaxed if you spend your time there, because that park is famous for very lush greenery and sunny lake with a lot of walking trails. I always walk through those paths for almost half an hour whenever I go there. And after walking on those paths, I would like to sit on open spaces and benches which are available there and try to watch people what they are doing. And sometimes I prefer to read a book because the place is very quiet and peaceful, so you can easily concentrate on what you are reading. And even on certain cases I would like to watch people what they are doing. I think this is also the good way to know about other people and the activities which they are performing. And whenever I try to return back to my home after visiting that place, I feel refreshed and relaxed. and I always recharge my mind and gain more energy, and my productivity is boosted for my next activities or the upcoming day. So that is the reason I am prepping this space so much, and I go there whenever I have free time or I want to relax.
Thank you, ma'am, for your answer. Ma'am, Asi, any feedback?
Ma'am, have you said anything, because I was not able to hear him?
Ma'am, I actually said great, and then I asked your
Sorry, what you said?
very
Can you say it again?
feedback.
Is it my side problem, or my ma'am has internet problem, because I'm not able to hear it correctly properly?
Ma'am Sumbal has this problem.
Have you got it? What she was trying to say?
No. Ma'am, your speaking skills very well. Really impressed. Ma'am, when you start this speaking practice?
Okay, ma'am. Can you tell me what are you said? It is great, but what was your next question? Ma'am, can you ask your question again?
Ma'am, I'm asking from you when you started speaking practice.
I started when along with this session, like that was my initial days when I started this session, and I also started my practice along with this session. So you can say almost 2.5 months.
Good. You have too much confidence. Your speaking skills are very good for me.
Usually, I don't prepare for IELTS in advance. Today, I just go through one topic about public part to know about the ideas, because I was thinking to lacking ideas like what thing we can talk about. But usually, I would like to say on the spot. I think it is better, but we need to learn some ideas or words for specific topics. So we don't have much time. I think you have any question? We have a few minutes.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I want, uh, uh, ma'am, how long should the answer be?
Okay, this is a good question. Some people say like if we limit to the sentence structures, it can be problematic. Some people say just very short sentences on simple ones. Some say complex. So let's talk about time. So people say 20 to 30 seconds are okay for part one.
Okay, thank you.
And for part two, examiner will stop you, so you don't need to worry about it. So you need to reach the upper limit of part. But if you stop little bit few seconds before, then it is okay. But don't worry about it. Like you don't need to spoil your rest of just about thinking that thing. But it is better to practice. And one thing is that there some people say we need to. It is not that you will lose marks, but it is better to try to answer all the questions and make to answer in a such a way that you should be able to answer the last question at the end as well. Like when your time is up, like we don't know when 2 minutes are going to complete, but we should need to make sure that we can at least talk about the last part, which really asking about your opinion, your feeling you have. And it is better to cover all those questions. If you are covering three it is also okay, but in my opinion, it is better to organize in a such a way that we should at least conclude our answer.
Ma'am, how much time we need to spend on part 3 question?
How much time for part 3?
Yes, ma'am, in every question. Like in part 1, we need to spend 30 seconds, and how much time we need to spend on.
Okay, if we say about part 3 answers, it should be longer than part 1 and less than part 3. So let's say we have person for part 3 time is like 20 to 30 second is the time for part 1, and when we come to the part 2 it will be like 2 minutes. So we are saying that our answer should be between like more than part 1 but less than part 2. So
For 1 minute,
yes ma'am.
for 1 minute is enough, I think. If
Yeah,
we,
people usually ask that we should like say about 1 minute, some say 45 seconds. I think between, if we I estimate overall, I would say yeah, it is okay to say around 1 minute 45 seconds, so it will be okay.
ma'am, one more question. Ma'am, Asia, I think, asked the question share the tip of your strategy of practicing. Can you repeat? Because I dropped my internet connection, so I can't hear your answer.
I didn't share any strategy. She asked how long I'm doing, so I just answered that person. So one way is doing here in practice with different people. One way is to record yourself because it will help you to analyze yourself. You need to analyze and you need to focus on the marking criteria, like what they are looking for. You need to make certain points like in each criteria what you need to focus on it, and then you try to list down like are you okay in each area, so it will help you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
But part three topics are not about yourself, these are general topic, and sometimes we need to talk about the general issues and things they are asking about your opinion, so we should be good for this one. Like it doesn't mean your area should be fascinating, but you should at least have the command to say, because you need to if you look at the higher score you will notice that sometimes they say in loss of the marking criteria with full score that the person is has the ability to speak at length. So, but it doesn't matter too much. But you can't say like for the part one yes or no answer. So this is not the good. Even you say yes or like it is also not good. So you can analyze how much we need to speak. So
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, will you share the tomorrow
Topics.